let's go ahead. We're on a little roll right here. Let's give it the beans. Oh my God! Wow, that is awesome. Now I'm supposed to be telling you about the car, but I'm just having fun. So, what are you gonna do? Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you, in my opinion, a legend of a sedan. This is a 2003 Audi RS6 sedan. This car was only brought to the States in '03, and they only brought a little over 800 of them over. Very rare car, absolutely incredible car. When these were selling new, I remember I was just a youngster with no money, and people were selling their allocations and selling for over MSRP, and this car was over $80,000, but they were selling for even over that. It's a 4.2 liter twin turbo V8, putting out 450 horsepower and 415 foot-pounds of torque. Made it to a 5-speed automatic transmission, driving all 4 wheels through Audi's awesome Quattro format there. This car is a 2-owner car, no accidents, 59,000 miles. This is a very special car, the history of this car. The first owner of this car, actually, if you look up the Hilti Corporation, it's a multi-billion-dollar worldwide corporation. The owners of this corporation, they actually had a home in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then a home in Europe. And when these cars came out, they bought 2 of them, one for here to use in Tulsa and one for them to drive in Europe when they were there. Interesting story is the lady we got it from, she's the second owner, and she bought this in 2010 from her friend, who they were, longtime friends. And one of the stipulations, it was a really funny story, and you have to go back and check out the video I did of the road trip rendezvous where we went and met the owner and picked this car up. But she was good friends with the lady that owned the car and had it new. And her friend was telling her, I'm, thinking about selling the Audi. And she was like, well, I want to buy that car. And she said, well, I'll sell it to you, but you have to promise to have it regularly serviced at the Audi dealer only. And I mean, she's very meticulous about this car. So she bought it in 2010 with about 32,000 miles, I think, on the Carfax. And she followed through with her friend's request. So she was the second owner of the car, and we have every receipt and every document on this car from new. Got the spare keys, the original key chain and everything that's never even been used. It's all in the plastic bag still. So we got 3 keys, valet and 2 regular keys. And this car has had all of the maintenance, all the recalls. The dynamic ride struts have all been replaced under Audi's recall. This has current timing belt, water pump, all the receipts. I think the last receipt was like $5,000 from the dealer. It's got 59,000 miles. It just had its full 55,000 mile service. So this is an exceptional car. to find one in this condition that is just fully dealer serviced. And you'll have to look and see. I mean, even the brakes, which are really expensive on this car, are all brand new. Tires are new from 2018. You know, and all of the, if you go to the website and look, there'll be a picture of all of the receipts, and it's pretty extensive and pretty impressive. So just an honor. This is a bucket list car of mine. I mean, when these came out, this was kind of like my dream sedan. It was and when it first debuted, it was the fastest sedan in the world. It's supposed to be governed at 155, but I think they tested it in over 170 mile an hour, you know, and so I don't know if that governor was pretty loose based, but they definitely did over that. And then ungoverned reported of about 180 mile an hour out of this car. 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, and quarter mile in like the mid 12s. Absolutely phenomenal performance for 2003. It just pretty much set the, I mean, this is really, if you think about it, all these modern hyper sedans and stuff, or super sedans, or what you want to call them, I mean, this was the first, you know. And then the E55 came out, you know, the same year, but after this car came out. So the E55 and this duked it out pretty head to head, and they were really close in on performance numbers, and you know, one would edge one out here, one would edge one out the other, but two just absolutely phenomenal sedans. So let's go ahead and zoom in here, and we'll show you any flaws and details. This car is really, really nice. Headlights are immaculate. Fog lights, clean. Now the only thing, there's a little scrape on the bumper here, and we'll get it up on the lift and do a quick little walk around under the lift so we won't get too heavy under the car. But the grille on the car, the emblems, no road rash on this car to note. You know, just typical, you know, usually you don't have road rash, but I mean, this car, this lady that owned it took immaculate care of the car. Fog lights aren't broke, grills are all good. I love the aluminum trim on the S-Line cars. So super cool. The hood here, they're just, I mean, it's just absolutely, I don't know how you could expect this car to be any nicer, to be honest with you. I mean, it is 03 and 59,000 miles. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but it is close to as perfect as you're gonna find for something of this type of car, vintage, so on and so forth. Look at the way they flared this car out. So cool. Come in here on the tires. We got Continental Contisport tires. The wheels are in super nice shape. Here's the tread on the tires. They don't even have, but I have to look at the receipts on them and stuff, but I don't think they even have a few thousand miles on them. I actually drove down to Tulsa and drove this car back from, it's kind of funny, you know, we just took a car and road tripped it down there and picked this guy up and drove it back. Here's the mirror, a couple little bitty light scratches on the mirror. Really nice otherwise. Windshield has a few little nicks, few little chips in it. And right over here, there's a chip that was filled, and they didn't do a great job, but it is filled, so it's not gonna spread or anything. So one filled in chip right there. Let's look down the side of the car here real quick. I don't see any door dings. It is just super duper nice. Kind of just go down the door here, down the side of the car. Slowly let you take a look. Then we'll swap positions so you get, you know, just because lighting is always gonna show different stuff from different angles, but I want you to see the car. Even around the door handle, no key scratches, fingernail scratches, and that sort of thing. Even the rocker, I'll kind of pop this open here for you, but look at the threshold. Look, a lot of times people drag their feet and tear that up. We'll do more of the interior later, but just wanted to show you how nice that is. Super cool. This has the solar roof. So what it does is, and it circulates the fan and circulates air through the car to help it from getting hot. And not many options on these cars. They're pretty much fully loaded. What this doesn't have, which is fine by me because it would actually detract from the car in my opinion, but it has the Bose, but it does not have a navigation, but it does have the sound enhancing exhaust. So if I were speccing this car out, this is exactly how I would spec it. I would not want the navigation, and I would want the exhaust. Looks like there might be a tiny little scratch right there. Look at the metal in that paint. That is so cool. And a little teeny chip right there. Just a couple little minor imperfections. Like I said, getting really, really picky. See, I didn't even notice it the first time. Here is the rear wheel. Super nice condition. And the tire tread. You can see they don't really have any miles on them. And there's our date code. 18th month of 18. Look how nice this thing is. Unbelievable. And look, even the back deck, there's no wear, no sun damage. It's got all the Alcantara, the leather. This has the silver interior, which is just gorgeous. So taillight is perfect. Emblem kind of panned back here. Everything is nice across the back. Taillight's nice. Spoiler and deck lid. I'll kind of just get both of them here for you. No dents, no damage, no dings, no hail. Even on top of the bumper here, don't really have any loading scratches or anything like that. And then there is, and it's funny, the exhaust, the sound enhancing exhaust is black. That's how you can tell. And then the standard exhaust has chrome tips. So super cool on that. You got the parking sensors. Look how nice the bumper is. And that little tail reverse lens panel is mint. All right, coming around the right side, looking down the right. It is very nice. And then again, here's the deck. Here's the roof from the other side, so you can see all the angles. No issues on the roof. Here is the right rear wheel. Okay, so we're kind of looking down the car. I'll do kind of the same thing here. I'll kind of pan down, walk down slowly. You both directions there. You can just see how nice and clean this car is. Got the rock guards, you know, they're like a clear bra kind of material and showing some age there. I wouldn't do anything about it. I mean, you could try to peel them off and redo them, but I wouldn't bother. Don't really notice it that much. You risk more to damage it than fixing it. The only scratch on the car, or say one of the scratches or whatever, there's a little right here above the door handle, little scratch there. And you can kind of feel it a little bit, so I don't think it's gonna polish out. Here is the mirror. And there we go. Here's the right front wheel. Super nice. So there is the overview walk around. We'll go ahead and take a tour of the interior and under the hood. All right, we're gonna take you through a tour of the interior. One thing I wanted to note here real quick is here are the factory floor mats that are in excellent condition, because they had rubber floor mats over top of the factory floor mats the whole life. So I laid them out on the car so you can kind of see them, and then you can see the carpets of the car very well. So go ahead and get in here and show you, got my little light going, and show you the door panel. The wood on this car is, I don't know that I have seen a flaw. I'll point one out if I see one, but I think it is immaculate. A few little fingernail scratches on the soft touch, but that a lot of times that stuff's completely gone. So got the Bose premium sound system here. This is really cool. Little pocket right there, memory for your seats, and another little pocket. But the door panel is pretty much perfect. There is the VIN tag. Threshold is immaculate. Looking at the carpets here, and they are pristine. Pedals, nowhere on the pedals. There's your little dead pedal there, showing you that. Here's your switch. A little bit of a little color missing there. Show you the seats here. I'll get my light back out here. Got to get just the right amount of light so you can really see what we're looking at. But the seats are absolutely, you got some wrinkling there, which you kind of expect, and actually it's kind of like a broken in baseball glove, It just feels so good when you sit in these seats. They're so comfortable. Then you got your lumbar support there and power everything on the seat, but you can see the seat is immaculate. Center armrest, look at that, perfect condition. The wood underneath of it is perfect. Here is our steering wheel, RS6 emblem, Audi emblem. I'm gonna go ahead and slide in here. Go ahead and just fire it up here real quick for you. Close the door. Okay. Fire this guy up. All the pixels are good. I mean, that's a miracle in itself right there. That is incredible. Put my foot on the brake, put it in gear. See, look at that, everything is good. Pretty amazing. Flip that throttle. Sounds awesome. And then you can see even all of our pixels on our climate control, sound system. All the speakers are good. Everything is good there. Cup holder. Look at the wood here. Like I said, I don't think there is a single flaw in the wood, even on the center console, which is amazing. There's your shifter. Yeah, perfect condition there. A few little wear marks on the high contact spots. Audi Symphony. Glove box here, got the books and the manuals, and then all of the receipts and paperwork come with this car also. And the dash is perfect. Alcantara headliner. Sunroof is nice. Everything works perfect on the sunroof. Slide it back and forth. No issues with the sunroof. You can see that Alcantara headliner is just gorgeous, and it's perfect. I'll show you a bird's eye view of it when we get in the back. All right, here we are on the passenger side. It's kind of a nice bird's eye view of the interior. Show you the passenger seat. I love that RS6 embossed into the seat. Headrests are perfect. And I wish you could smell this car because it just has just that amazing, rich Audi leather smell. If you've ever had an Audi before, you know what I'm talking about. Thresholds are nice. Got the jams of this car. Everything is super nice. Again, carpets again from the side. All right, show you the back. Rear door panel. And again, the wood is immaculate. Even the netting on the back of the seats is nice. Looking at the seats here and the carpets, They're perfect. We got our rear heated seats. Everything is nice there. Got vents for the back. Show you the seats back here. They're pretty much perfect. Center armrest folds out. I'll put my light down there and kind of show you that. And also has the first aid kit still in there. And there's your pass-through for your skis. But you can see these seats are pretty much perfect. And headliner is amazing. Look at that. I love that suede Alcantara, whatever you want to call it. Soft touch. It's just wonderful. Over on the driver's side, again, that wood is immaculate. The leather. And it's just, and then also to show you, we do have the shades there. And has the rear sunshade too. I thought I'd show you the rear sunshade here. There it goes. That's cool. So even the rear sunshade works. Power. The doors are manual. There's your netting. Look at your seats here. Unbelievable. Just look at that. Incredible. And even this is what's even amazing, is the back deck is all Alcantara all as well, and it's perfect. No sun fading, no damage at all on that. Here's our seats here. Awesome. All right, I went ahead and fired the engine up here just so you can hear what it sounds like underneath the hood, but I'll just give you a quick little walk around of the engine. Check out that is real carbon fiber covers on this with a V8 bi-turbo. Super cool. So showing you the engine bay, and then also to take note, you know, this car, you know, shows 0 accidents on Carfax, but still, you know, you got to look at the car itself. You'll see that the fender bolts have never been removed. Looking across the front here, you'll see how nice the condenser radiator is, not all beat up with rocks. And then again, there's your bolts. And nice, and there's your hood. I always look for this stuff. I always look for the, see if the paint on the bolts is broken. I'll tell you that the hood or fender has been off, you know, and if that's the case, there's a good chance, you know, maybe it was in an accident or something like that. So there's under the hood. We'll go pop the trunk. All right, there's the safety triangle. Everything is perfect there. Pretty much, there's a little bit of glitter or something in here. I need to get my house vacuum on this trunk, and, you know, with the agitating brush bristles. Shop vac was kind of struggling with the little bit of glitter there, but anyway, it's just neither here nor there. Interesting note is this is the battery for the car, and Audi had to move it here to fit this motor in because there was no place to put the battery on this car. I thought that was awesome. Go ahead and lift this up here, and there is our collapsible spare, never been used. And then here is our jack and tools. And that's just a compartment there. And then it's kind of cool. And then here's how you close the trunk. You reach up inside here and you pull it down. And there is the sound enhancing exhaust. All right, moving on. All right, we got the RS6 up on the lift. Check it out. Here's our factory sound enhancing exhaust. How cool is that? Gonna make our way forward here. There's rear arms, a little bit dirty under here, not detailed or anything, but there's, you know, 0 rust on this car. Actually, there's a lot of aluminum in these cars. Actually, let me get kind of further away here, but you can kind of see. Kind of get down that right side. Come over here, go down the left side. All right, here's our differential. Check out that cooler on that differential. That is crazy. Some serious technology in here for 03. All right, I'll go around to the front here and look back. It's kind of hard to bend down and do this. All right, here's underneath the bumper. So you can see, you know, it's scuffed on the under the bumper, but I mean, you don't see it, and you're gonna do it again. So what's the point of making it nice? You know, just drive it and enjoy it. Splash pan, still got the aero tray and everything, cooling ducts and all that stuff. A little bit dusty, dirty. Here's up in our wheels. See that? Over here to this side. Our tranny pan. Oh, get down kind of low here. Let you check it out. So no rust. Nothing under here. I'll kind of pan back there for you. So there's a quick little tour underneath. All right, we're strapped in the RS6. Let's drop her down into sport mode. Turn off the traction control, although this is quattro, but it actually can slip the wheels, and then if it senses any wheel slip, it's pretty sensitive, and it'll kind of kick in and take some of the fun away. So we'll let this thing rock and roll. Here we go. Absolutely love this car. Unbelievable car. All right. I can't believe that 0 to 60 in 4.3. I warmed the car up a little bit earlier. But yeah, we'll still just give it a few minutes here. So this car is just absolutely in immaculate condition. I mean, it's really incredible. The interior is literally like new, even the armrest and everything is just perfect. So let's get out here and get her out and get her on the highway, see how it drives. No rattles, like I said. I mean, you know, everything has been maintained and taken care of and all that stuff. So hope you can hear the exhaust a little bit in the car, but nothing to note at all about the car. Climate control, radio. Low rider. All right, let's go ahead and hit the gas here. Whoa! Whoa! No problem merging into traffic with this thing. Wow, this car's fast. It's interesting because I think that it really kind of restricts the power, I think, some in first gear, and so it doesn't really give it all to you, but it seems like it's like the faster you go, the faster you go, and that's not usually the case with cars. Usually you get that initial, you know, acceleration and surge right away, and then, you know, it kind of peters down a little bit, but I think this thing feeds in more. I don't think it gives it full power from the gun, which, you know, people chip these and tune them and all that stuff. This car's bone stock. I don't know. I think personally, you just respect this car and leave it alone. You know, so, but you can chip them and get 500 horse out of them. So, you know, and then I think it does away with some of those nannies too. But well, let's go ahead. We're on a little roll right here. Let's give it the beans. Oh my God! Wow, that is awesome. Now I'm supposed to be telling you about the car, but I'm just having fun. So what are you gonna do? I've driven this car actually a bit. I drove it back from Tulsa, and then I daily drove it for a while when we first got it, because I mean, yeah, right? I mean, that's what I do when I buy these cars is, you know, I get them in, I drive them, shake them out, see if there's any issues or whatever, you know, and then the last thing I do is detail them and do a video on them, you know, because, you know, once I do a detail and do a video and stuff, and then I kind of put them really out there and market them for sale, then it's kind of like, well, I had my fun, time to quit driving it. So here we go.
golly, that thing has got power. It just builds unbelievably. But the look of this car, this generation of Audi, so gorgeous. I love the build quality, the design. I mean, I remember when this generation came out, I think it was in '98, just a simple A6. And I thought they were gorgeous cars then, and they just look even better today. Do it this way, this thing sits and just sits on those haunches and those arches. It is just unbelievable. I love these back then, and I love it even more today. And then the smell of this car, if you could smell it, just smells wonderful. Just that rich leather smell and all that stuff. Well, let's give it a launch. Oh my God. Wow. I just kind of rolled into it a little bit there. But anyway, well, it's kind of showing you what the car will do. It's ready to go. You get in this thing, fly in, drive it anywhere, cross country, you know, do what you want to do with this car. Just hope you like the video. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you would, really appreciate that. Hit that notifications button, that way when we get new cars loaded up, you'll be notified, and that way you'll be one of the first ones to see it, because you never know when we might have your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring. Cool.